Hey, welcome back to the Wilson Family Podcast, where we hope to inspire you in faith, family, and business. I'm your host, Stanley. I have my co-host, Bianca. And if you have not caught episode 3, it is Exposing Our Business. Today's episode is Staying in Your Lane.
Yes, so we always start with a scripture. So today's topic is Staying in Your Lane. The scripture that I wanted to use was from Proverbs chapter 4, 25 through 27. I use the NIV version for you guys. So NIV version at 25 says, "Let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you, give careful thought to the paths of your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways." So when we hear that, what word to use sticks out?
Steadfast.
Being steadfast. So I looked up what steadfast means. The Webster Dictionary version gave us firmly fixed in place, being immovable, not subject to change, firm in belief, determination, and remaining loyal. So when we were looking around trying to figure out we wanted to keep this around being focused and actually staying in your lane. So I know it's weird, but it's gonna come together when we get to these points. So I actually found a driving school. I gotta give him credit because I'm going off the topic he used from his driving school. But for his driving school, he had an article. The name of the article was "How to Stay Centered in Your Lane While Driving." It's by Pierre Paul Driving School, and he had different points that he gave his drivers as he's teaching how to drive, how to stay centered in their lane. So let me pull up the website. The first one he has is keep your focus ahead. So it says keep your focus ahead. To get a clear idea of what the lane center is, you should focus on things far away from you. It is easy to move away from the center of the lane if you keep looking close by. Focus on the objects on the horizon before your vehicle. When you focus far ahead, you still see what is nearby before you. So when you hear keep your focus ahead, what do you see?
So when I hear that, I think about I have to be straight on and focus what's in front of me. I can't be distracted by what's beside me or what's behind me.
Yeah. The second point that he had for his drivers, it says relax your grip on the wheel. And on where his description says relax your grip on the wheel, it says do not tightly hold on to the wheel because you would not be able to make appropriate adjustments when your hands are relaxed on the wheel. You can make small adjustments where necessary without taking the vehicle off the center lane. Of course, do not loosely hold the wheel to the point you cannot control the vehicle in case you had to make an urgent turn. The point here is that you relax your muscles. This way, you cannot be stiff to the joint to jerk the wheel when steering. So we talked about relaxing your grip on the wheel. We were talking about when we were going over this about if you actually hold on to too much, or actually when you're focused, you want to be focused and honed in on what you're doing.
Right.
But you have to be ready to make necessary adjustments.
Right. Because you never know what's going to pop up in your lane, and so you have to be able to adjust.
Yeah.
So you don't want to swerve and run into somebody else's lane. You want to properly have a smooth transition and come back to your focus point.
So when we're talking about lanes and action vehicles, we're talking about life or what you guys are focused on, what you're trying to do. The next one he had was reduce distractions in your car.
That was a big one.
Yeah, so the way he described it is you're likely to move away from the center of the lane if you're distracted inside the car. You could be eating, like talking on the phone, lost in conversation with a passenger, adjusting music, volume, texting, talking, and it'll tend to put you off of focus on the road. So, another distraction that could slowly steal you away with your eyes on the road is getting lost in thought. Do not let your thoughts drift off to the issues that may cause you to daydream and to forget when you're driving, not in your house. So, when you hear reduce distractions in the car, we're going to take that to reduce distractions in your life so you can stay focused and actually stay in your lane and stay on the path that you are headed on. So, what are some things that could distract you while you're...
So in life, there's so many things that can distract you, right? So we got social media, we have the news, we have people, we have entertainers, and so those things can be a big distraction, and it can derail you from off your path.
Alright, so the fourth point that he made, it says keep an eye on the lines. Do not forget to look at your side mirrors while driving because the habit reminds you of your exact locations on the road. We've already said that you should keep your eyes ahead. Of course, you cannot practically keep your eyes ahead all the time, but still arrive safely at your destination. Once in a while, you have to glance at the side mirrors before you start driving to ensure mirrors are well set as you drive. Check your side mirrors. You can well see the white markings on the right and the lines on the left side. If you're able to see both lines on the left and the right when you glance at your mirrors, it's a good sign that you're in the center of your lane. So my take from that was the lines are put there in life, in your lane and what you're focused on, for guidance. God gives us lines for guidance, right? Mm-hmm. You had something you wanted to add to it?
So I said that the lines in your life are there to guide you as well. Mm-hmm. But just like the newer model cars, God is like the lane assistant, right?
Can you explain what a lane assistant
is? So with the newer cars, you have the autocorrect. So if you start to drift into a lane, it automatically corrects you.
And puts you right back in the center of your lane. We learned that the hard way. We got a car like, what the heck? So you get off focus, you get out of the center of your lane of where you're going. And it automatically shifts you back into, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about maintaining your lane, and it's guiding you down the middle of your lane, right?
That's correct.
So God is our what?
He's our lane assistant.
Our lane assistant. So the next one that he made a point about was maintaining equal tire pressure. Mm-hmm. Imbalance can keep you from the center because the vehicle would be too unstable to be controlled. This can happen when the tires are unequally inflated, so they have more pressure while others have less. You cannot start checking your tires when you are already on the road. So always take the time to check your tires before you hit the road. There's so much to this. I feel like this man is running driving school, but it's like the points is almost like a sermon. Like I see a whole sermon in it. His points are right on with life, how you supposed to stay in your lane. So with this one, you have to be balanced to maintain focus. He said you have to keep your tires balanced, right? Mm-hmm. They all have to be inflated, but in life, we have to be balanced to maintain our focus, right?
Right.
And we have to set measurable goals.
Correct. So let me explain this. So I did my research, and if your tires are unbalanced, do you know that it'll make you pull to one side of the lane or another, just like you need an alignment?
That's exactly. You will need an alignment if you're unbalanced in life. We're not talking about the cars, y'all. Yeah. We're talking about life. But I know it all goes together, but just like you said, that's a great point.
Yeah.
The sixth one that he has is don't focus too much on the vehicle in front. Sometimes all you have to do to be in the center of the lane is align your vehicle with one in front. The assumption here is that the vehicle in front of you is doing the right thing. The problem comes when the vehicle you depend on for determining the lane center itself misguidance. Hence, your eyes should always be moving past the vehicle in front to the side mirrors and to your sides. Mm-hmm. What you get?
So, it's funny you said it because a lot of times we try to mimic those who are ahead of us, mm-hmm. right? And at those points, we call ourselves like we might say they're our role models, mm-hmm. and we're following them. Yeah. But they could be off center themselves, which will make us off center.
So how many times you're driving down the street in the car, you're trying to like actually focus your attention on the car right in front of you, and it's causing you to get out because they're moving in and out and they're off balance and they're in and out of their lane, mm-hmm. and you are focused on them. So that's why he says look past what's right in front of you. Your focus should not be right what's in front of you. Look down the path and see what's going on.
And so I got an example. So one day it was raining real bad, and when it's raining really, really bad, most people put their hazard lights on, right? And you following the car in front of you. Mm-hmm. Well, I was happening to do that one time, and I had the kids in the car, and it took me a while, and then I noticed, wait a minute, they're riding in the center of two lanes.
Yeah.
And so, here I am following them, doing what they did, being a copycat. So I had to auto-correct my own self.
Yes, there you go. Because when you, like it says right here, where it says, you're automatically making the assumption that the person in front of you is doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then you're being misguided because you're following along behind them.
Yeah.
So again, guys, this is a driving school. I don't know if this man Memphis driving school rules go like this, but it's like life lessons to us.
Most definitely.
The next one he had was how to stop swerving while driving. Drivers swerve for various reasons. Some will swerve to avoid potholes and avoid hitting animals and crossing the road. The problem with swerving is that you end up causing more severe damage than the one when you were avoiding. To stop being in a situation where you have to swerve, always be keen while driving. Nothing should take you by surprise that you cannot slow down or pull over to save the situation. I shouldn't even have to say nothing else. But we're going to elaborate on it. But I hope you guys are getting what we're getting with these points. So for that one, he was talking about what to do to stop swerving or to anticipate. So we are asking you to be laser focused on whatever you're focused on. But you should be laser focused, and you should know the enemy is going to throw stones. He's going to throw something in your path to kind of get you off course. Mm-hmm. And you should be already anticipating something's going to come. It's not going to always be perfect. The road is not completely paved for where you want to go. But while you staying focused, be focused and know something's coming. Already anticipate something to actually get over that hurdle. It doesn't throw you. It might make you get off just a little bit, but it shouldn't throw you completely off the road or completely into another lane.
Right, and it should be a smooth transition.
Yeah.
You know, when you go over railroad tracks, you know automatically there's humps in the track, so you know to slow down before you tear your car up.
Right.
So what you do is you slow down before it comes, and you cross over, and then once you get over that hurdle, you continue on.
So you can slow down but don't stop, right?
That's it.
To avoid swerving. You can slow down but don't stop. So we're going to recap the points that he had. I hope you guys can put it in perspective in your lives. So keep your focus ahead. So we said it's easy to drift. Relax your grip on the wheel. So be prepared to make small adjustments when things get in your way. Reduce distractions in your car. I say reduce distractions in your life.
That's correct.
And some of the things that are meant to distract us right now, guys, we're in a noisy world. There's a lot going on. We have all this stuff going on with elections.
Yes.
The crime, it's a lot going on. Social media is meant to distract you. The news is meant to distract you. Any drama, any tough times or bad news is meant to distract you. Cell phones distract you. Keep an eye on the lines. That means there are lines there for guidance. Follow your lines. Stay in your lane. Maintain equal tire pressure. That means you need balance to maintain focus, right?
That's right.
And the last one, don't focus too much on the vehicle in front of you. It can cause you to what? Swerve, get misguided because you're paying attention in front of you, assuming that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm sorry, there's one more. How to stop swerving while driving, right? And that is anticipating the distractions from the enemy so that he won't catch you off guard. You have to move a little bit. You might have to stop or slow down. I mean, you might have to slow down, but don't stop, okay? So those are recaps of the point that I got from that. Yes. So I tried to get an example when we were talking. We were sitting down talking about what should we do to get distractions out the way, to remain focused and to be able to maintain our lane of focus, what you're focused on. We came up with blinders. You want to talk about what the blinders? And I'll talk about what the vision of them are.
So if you haven't seen, horses wear blinders. Race horses wear blinders. Sometimes farmers put blinders on their horses. And sometimes if you live in a city and you see horses with the carriage carrying people around in the city, they have blinders on. And so you want to explain what the blinders are used for?
Yeah, so upon research of why these horses wear blinders, I wanted to know what a horse's vision was like, right? And follow me, guys. So a horse's vision, like our vision is straight because our eyes are straight. A horse's eyes are planted on the sides of their head. So their vision, their great vision is their peripheral vision. It's out to the sides. And when they bend down to eat, gravity makes their eyes shift backwards. So when I was looking at a guide, it was showing me, it put like a little gray area where it shows you where their vision is when they're looking, when their head is tilted down. When their head is tilted down, their vision is back. So the whole purpose of that is they're not seeing anything that's going forward in front of them. So they can't focus. So when that's happening, this is why they get easily distracted. They veer off. They said that if they actually put blinders on them, so that's why they put those guides on them to bring their focus back forward. And that's having what kind of vision? Tunnel
vision, right?
Yeah, it gives them tunnel vision because if not, this is why in races they will end up in other people's lanes that are not, because they're hearing the noise and all that kind of stuff. So they have to actually reduce anything that's stimulating them. The narrow down to what's right in front of them. They do get off course, and they started paying attention to what's next to them and what's behind them, right? And then they said that also it helps reduce stress because it keeps the horses less stressed. It keeps them healthier and it keeps them more alert by putting blinders on them. So we should be like horses. We need to what?
We need to put blinders on.
Okay, so we need
to have tunnel vision.
Yeah, we need to put our blinders on. We can't be distracted with what's to our left and our right and what's behind us. We saw an example of the windshield and the rearview mirror. You want to talk about that?
So there's a reason why the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. The rearview mirror is for you to glance at. It's not for you to stare at. You can't go forward looking backwards.
Yeah.
So that's why the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield.
Yeah, and it was like, wow. So it was meant for you to maintain your focus. Your big focus should be what's in front of you, not what's behind you, right? I'm going to give you an example. I know Stanley Dine probably give y'all this example of me and a horse. We went horseback riding in Texas last year.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So we went horseback riding in Texas, and it's our family. We was on a vacation, and all the horses was in lane. And
they were in a line.
Yeah, I'm sorry, in a line. And so Bianca horse, because it didn't have blinders on.
Now, why didn't you put blinders on my horse?
Got out of line. So the gentleman who was leading, our guy who was leading from behind, galloped up, and his horse spooked Bianca horse, and her horse took off running.
Guys, he tried to give y'all the nice version. If I had time, I would pull up the video. Like, that was it for me. I think I got PTSD from horses, so that was it. That was a one and done for me. But it made sense when I read why the horses should have on blinders, because they get distracted and they get scared.
Yeah.
How many times are we? So he wasn't supposed to be scared because he wasn't supposed to be paying attention or even have any notion what was going on around him. But my horse didn't have on blinders, so everybody's horses is going. We're supposed to be in a line. They were supposed to stay in a line. But my horse saw some cactus off to the side. It was a cactus by like water. It was right on the edge.
Yeah.
And my horse, I kept pulling, trying to get little indicators. Like, all right, now we're getting close. He got completely out of the line and took me over there on the edge. And I was like, Lord, this is it. I'm gonna die right here. He was getting ready to dump me, over there. And I'm like, this time I'm full blown panicking. And I tell the guy, which he's behind us. He's behind us, like the guy. He's behind us on his horse. And I'm like, man, I need help. He's about to throw me over the side. Because he's not in line. He's not doing nothing I say at this point. He's distracted. Mm-hmm. And then my guy come up on his horse galloping. So guess what? My horse was completely distracted at this point. And he started galloping behind his horse. So my horse took off like I was a professional
horse rider.
So now I'm really hollering.
You was a real jockey then, huh?
Yeah, it got ugly. By the time I was like, yep, that was it for me. But I learned that my horse should have had some blinders on. He got distracted.
Right.
Where everybody else's horse was acting somewhat decent, mine was acting complete fool. And that wasn't his fault. He got distracted. Mm-hmm. How many times in life are we distracted by stuff that wasn't even that serious, but our blinders weren't on? We were paying attention to this stuff, and it took us off course. It wasn't even supposed to take us off course. We were supposed to be meant to go this way. Right. And that's why he took me another way. Because he was like, oh, and then took me off the other side because he wasn't focused. So maybe I'll share the video of the horse if y'all continue to watch. But we should put blinders on like a horse. So ways that we should put blinders on as people that I came up with was focusing on one task at a time. Mm-hmm. What's been your experiences focusing on one task at a time? Do you have a hard time with that? Are you able to do it? Does it seem to help you?
No, I'm all over the place. I'm learning now to narrow down stuff with your guidance to focus on one thing at a time.
Right. So
multitasking is not my big.
Right, and everybody can't multitask. Right. Everybody can't. Like, we're complete opposite. I love to be organized. Everything has to be well planned out. Like, everything just has to be in order. I'm putting stuff in order, dates and times and so forth. But I know that I can literally only give, and that's most people, you can only give something. You can only give one thing your full good attention. Right. If you have too many things going on at once, something's not getting your full attention. Something's not getting all of you. Even in a relationship, are you giving me all of you if you trying to divide yourself with all this other stuff?
No, you can't.
Right.
But I try to give you most of my time.
Yes, thank you, Stanley.
I do have to divide my time up because it is 4 women in my house.
Okay, but that's our girls. What if you had like 4 wives or 4 girlfriends? You wouldn't be giving me?
No, nobody get 100%.
So one thing at a time. One wife, one task, one thing at a time.
Right.
Right? Another way we can put our blinders on is take breaks.
Yeah, definitely.
I have learned, and we've been practicing now that we're full-time entrepreneurs, to take breaks when we start to get like, ooh, it's too much, right? What we do, like, all right, let's go for a walk. Yeah. Another one is limit our time on social media.
I agree.
How do you limit your time on social media? I start setting timers. I have like a indicator on my phone. It's like, all right, you spent 15 minutes, and it won't let me back into my social media for that day because social media is such a distraction. I don't think you guys realize how much time we're giving to social media. It's almost like a part-time job. I was looking at the little activity time on the front of your phone that tells you how much time you actually spent collectively on a week on social media. That's something that you should be taking your focus on, putting on somewhere else. So you'll notice that we'll get up there, post, and then we'll get off. We don't stay on social media. It was taking too much of our time.
Right.
What about, with you and social media?
I'm not a big social media person. I do see it being a distraction. Now I will say I am a YouTuber. I will YouTube and sit there and watch stuff for countless hours.
Right.
And before I know it, the day's gone.
Right. So you gotta see when you're being distracted too, because some things are put in place to distract you, and you don't even know it is a distraction.
Right.
Before you start scrolling, it might, I used to say in my head, I'm only gonna check this. I'm gonna spend 5 minutes. Before I know it, I'm been to 2 hours. Scrolling. I wake up, rollovers, check. Yeah. I'm like, man, I should be getting up doing something else other than checking the phone. So make sure that you're paying attention at what is distracting you. Because sometimes we don't even know what's distracting us. I had to stop certain people from calling me with problems at certain times. I had to learn how to not answer the phone all the time. Yeah. If I'm supposed to be doing something, that's what I need to put my focus on right then. If I'm trying to do something with him, if I'm trying to write the podcast, I'm trying to work on my pictures or something, you say, Bianca, the phone ringing. I'll say, no, I'm not going to answer right now. I'm going to call back. And people start to understand that I'm trying to stay focused, and it gets me off course if I just stop and then we start talking and I'm just going about a whole bunch of stuff. So pay attention to stuff that's distracting you. You don't even know that's distracting, that's getting you off course. Another way to put your blinders on is to get in a quiet place. Yeah. How you get in a quiet place for you?
Going for walks.
Yeah.
That's my quiet place.
You started going to the gym.
Yeah.
And we put our headphones and kind of zone out.
Yeah.
But other, like I said before in another episode, I actually set up an area in our house where this is my zone. When I'm in here, and this is how we do our podcast. And we're actually planning to talk about the topic that we're getting ready to talk about.
Right.
We actually go into a room and shut off everything. We get into a quiet place. If we try to do this and come up with our thoughts, when all commotion going on,
it don't work.
It don't work. Our thoughts, I'm telling y'all, we're human. So we have to literally get in a quiet place. Right. Go to a library. Go for a walk.
Starbucks.
Yeah, we go to Starbucks sometimes. Sometimes you just want to go to Starbucks. Sometimes we go to our studios. That's another quiet place and sit there. So find you a place that there are no distractions for you. Using time management techniques. Time management techniques. So I started kind of scheduling my day. It helps me and it works out for me with using time management, because if not, I'll get lost in doing too much and not finishing up what I should have finished up first. So use time management techniques. I'll do something, and when I'm done with that task, I set a timer, then I give myself a little break, and I'm on to the next. And I'll start putting stickies on the laptop, and it says, this is what I need to do today. And once I get done with the day and I prioritize the things I need to do, that's it. I'm not adding anything on unless it's an emergency, because that's it. Anything that you do with managing your time, or you can tell us how you manage your time?
No, I think you actually nailed it down to all the points. All
right, so and the last one for ways that you can put your blinders on is setting realistic goals. Okay. Not stuff that you can't reach. I'm gonna get up 4 o'clock every morning. Your alarm clock and get off. You're gonna keep resetting. Set realistic goals that you can actually go after and achieve them, and it's gonna make you feel good when you actually do it. And have an accountability partner. Yeah. It does help when you have accountability, right?
Yeah, it does. It helps a lot. You're my accountability partner, because if I say I'm gonna go to the gym and then you say, I'll be like, well, it's late, I ain't gonna go. You be like, well, you say you was gonna go to the gym, so you need to make your way. And if you're not gonna go to the gym, you need to walk outside and walk around the neighborhood. So you do hold me accountable.
You gotta have accountability, because if not,
you'll procrastinate.
Yeah, you'll procrastinate. Ain't nobody watching me, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and slide this day. Even when it comes to we're trying to eat better and exercise. Yeah. We have been each other's accountability, because he accounts me, but when he forgets for me to account him, so I made some brownies. He's like, how many brownies you gonna eat? Yeah. So, but then if I say something to him, that's what it is. So we're gonna finish up with a quote by Tony Robbins. It says, where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, whatever you're focused on grows. In other words, your life is controlled by what you focus on. That's why you need to focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear. That's an awesome and powerful quote. Just the beginning. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Correct. And where the energy flows, whatever you're focused on grows.
So let me ask you a question. Because I put all my focus on you and my energy into you, are you growing?
I'm growing with you.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely have grown.
Okay, so if you put your focus in the Bible and you put all your energy in it, you grow spiritually?
Yes. And that's what we're telling you guys. in this situation about staying in your lane, remaining focused on whatever you have your eyes on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted in relationships. Not saying don't get in a relationship. Don't let the person distract you. They should be an addition to you, right? Don't let them get you off course. If you have your eyes already set on something, even far as us, our focus is on business and growing our family, growing our business, and doing better in life.
Right.
We are focused. We have to have tunnel vision. When stuff keeps coming our way, what I say? Nope. Yeah. We can't let it throw us off course.
Right.
Because as soon as it does, that's the enemy's trick. Now I got you. I got your mind.
And sometimes it be the people closest to you.
Yeah, and they don't even know.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
And it's not their intent to throw you off. It's just, I hear you, but I can't give it my full attention because my assignment is elsewhere.
And that's why I say the last sentence says, that's why you need to focus on where you want to go, not on what you fear. So that means if you focus on your fear, that's where all your energy is going, and that's where that's going to grow. That's why you will be stagnant in whatever you're supposed to be going towards. Because if you keep focusing on your fear of whatever it is, that's what's growing. What you really want to grow is not growing.
So faith should overpower fear.
Right. That's what I got from that. Tony Robbins, guys. But we're going to get ready to close up, ask you some questions, and leave you with thought-provoking questions. What has been distracting you from your destination and veering you out of your lane? Is it taking you out of your lane? And if it is and you notice it, bring it back. Remain focused. Don't let it get you completely out of center of your lane. Come back. Put some lane assist on.
Yeah.
When you feel you tugging, it'll throw you right back. We got a car. We was like, ooh, that was our first time feeling that.
Yeah.
But it threw us back in line. Get your accountability partner. Get you back in line. Nothing's wrong with somebody telling you what to do. You got to be able to have can take constructive criticism. Somebody can see that you're off task or off focus. My friend, shout out to Tioni, she's my best friend since 3rd grade. She'll call me. She'll know I'm off. She know I'm off the court. She's like, hey, you're not where you're supposed to be right now. And she'll talk to me and give me back. Oh, you got me back. All right, I'm ready. I'm back in the game. That's what you need. You need accountability, right?
Somebody positive that's going to be your accountability partner. Not somebody who's going to derail you from your assignment.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people out here who will flood you with a lot of stuff that would derail you. And not that they mean harm. They just prioritizing differently than what you prioritizing.
Have you ever had somebody call you and they call you and you having a good day, and by the time they call you, you get on the phone like, dang, you feeling down in the dumps, and it won't even your issue. it won't even my issue, and then you start to take on
a lot lately.
it won't even your issue. You know what I'm saying? You say like, and I'm like, dang, what's your problem? You ain't have nothing, but you start to take on other people's issues. Yeah. That's a distraction. I'm not saying don't be a listening ear for people, but you gonna have to put some balance there. You gotta know where your capacity is. That's enough.
And it's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
That's what most people. The thing is, timing gotta be right.
Yeah.
So that goes back to time management.
Yeah.
And my thing with that is,
if you give somebody's problem too much of your time, guess what? You gave them too much of your energy, and now that's about to start growing. So
exactly
same thing. Whew, but we've been there. Letting other people, we let people know. But that's what we're here for. We listen and invent. But you got to be careful not to take on other people's issues. Not even your problem. All right. So where has your focus been lately? Pay attention to what you've been spending most of your time on, what you've been focused on. You've been focused on your issues and problems, and somebody said this and this going on, somebody else's stuff. Or are you focused on what you're supposed to be focused on? Right? Is what you're focused on growing? And whatever it is you're focused on is growing, but is it growing in the right direction? Is it growing on something positive or something negative? Is it something for you or somebody else's?
Is this going to be something to hinder you or something to better you?
Yep. Put your horse blinders on, guys. They might look crazy walking. You might see me have some horse blinders on. I'm focused, y'all. I'm focused. But
gotta have that tunnel vision.
Yeah, so please join us next Thursday here, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Where if you please would first like, share, and subscribe to our videos here on YouTube and on Facebook, guys. Talk to us, send us comments.
Yes.
I know you guys have been inbox me. Any questions you guys want us to talk about, any topics you want to see us talk about, we're going to start bringing on other people too as well in the near future. So stay tuned. But our next topic next Thursday is
introducing yourself to your destiny.
Woo, guys. I'm so excited about this next topic. It's going to be good. Introducing yourself to your destiny. Get a pen and paper. You do not want to miss next Thursday. And we're out.
All right, see y'all later.
Bye.